Helena Troszczynska lived in this house in eastern Warsaw. One evening in 1943, two desperate Jewish cousins showed up here. They'd escaped from the ghetto in the city centre, where the Nazis were crushing the uprising.
My parents gave them a place to spend the night.
In those days, this road was narrow and quiet, with small houses on the other side too. Helena's parents had the keys to one, which had burned down but whose basement was intact.
Isaac Eisenfuss and Jerzy Rudnicki. They stayed there from then on until the liberation of Warsaw in 1944.
Helena, who was 12, would take food and other provisions from her mother across the road for the men. She now lives on the other side of town. After the war, she stayed in touch with Isaac, who nominated her and her mother to be registered as righteous among the nations by Yad Vashem.
Tu jest po hebrajsku, a tu jest po polsku.
Officially, helping Jews in Nazi-occupied Poland carried the death penalty.
We knew what we were risking, but we were brought up with three principles: truth, work, and love thy neighbour. If someone's in need, you have to help them, whether it's a Jew or anyone else.
The Museum of the History of Polish Jews is collecting the stories of the Polish righteous among the nations who are still alive. The project's coordinator says her interviewees all make one point very clearly.
They were afraid of the Germans, but they were mostly afraid of their Polish neighbors. They could get a reward for denouncing them, and also the fact of providing help to the Jews was not appreciated within Polish society. So that's why it was very, very rare to do that and very heroic.
An uncomfortable truth with which Poland is still struggling to come to terms.